What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. I hope you're all having a great midweek so far, or whatever time of the week it is by the time you watch this reaction and I get it live. In this reaction, we'll be reacting to the 11th episode of Rising of the Shield Hero, the second season. The title of the episode is Kizuna. So, a couple thoughts I just want to talk about before we start off the reaction. I understand that there have been a lot of people who have kind of already made their opinion on how they feel about this second season. Some of you have given a lot of accolades to the efforts that the studio and the producers made to save the season from the lackluster first arc, and others of you have already long made your opinion that this arc is that this entire season is trash, and you've been giving every episode 1 star. We're going to talk about that before we start the episode. So, in the last episode, of course, we had Raphtalia when she was still small Raphtalia, because by the end of the episode she was completely back to her regular size, along with a whole lot of other things that went really fast. And she was in jail, trapped in kind of a place that kind of suppresses your power, but it doesn't outright remove it, along with Lark, Teresa, and Glass. And within a few minutes they were able to make a plan and get out of that very lackluster jail. And by the end of the episode, Raphtalia was the Kizuna hero, and she got her strength back. She's OG now, and well, I said OG, OP now, and she has now reunited with Nafumi, and all of this happened in a course of 23 to 24 minutes in the last episode, which of course brings me to one of the biggest things I want to say. I am still enjoying this season, and I definitely have enjoyed the second half a lot better than the first half. But while I did enjoy points here and there of the last episode also did solidify for me that the 8 out of 10 that I want to give this second season is no longer possible. The pacing, I'm not going to say it's the worst in the world, but it definitely hasn't been good. I still give a lot of accolades to everyone involved who really wanted to try to get more people back into the show in this second half of this second season. But I do also believe that in some cases it really was a case of too little too late. And it's just at this stage, I'm just watching the show to enjoy whatever points it's going to give me now that the whole group is back together. And I guess we'll now have everybody, including Glass and her team, together as we try to deal with Mr. Mastermind himself, that has been trying to just destroy everything and was also trying to take Raphtalia captive and do whatever he was going to do to her. So yeah, that's kind of where I sit at, where it's just obviously the excitement level that I had when you all watched my first reaction. You saw how excited and peppy I was with Rising of the Shield Hero starting back. Obviously, not exactly at that excitement level at this stage in the season, and it's only because of the fact that we've had a lot of great shows this spring that have executed flawless performances and have not made the same mistakes that Shield Hero has made throughout its second season running. So I do plan to talk a bit more about that, though, and about what I'd like to see better once we do wrap up episode 13. This is a 13-episode show. We have 2 more episodes left, and then, as you know, season 3 was already pre-announced. So it was pre-announced at the very moment season 2 was, which is part of what I think is the reason where we're at right now. But I do plan to talk more about that after the 13th episode airs. So last thing I want to say before we start off the episode reaction is the ratings of where Shield Hero is doing, and we're going to use Anime Corner for this. So big thank you to Anime Corner for running this, and to the 12,000 plus respondents who did respond. We definitely had an increase, and I know this has nothing to do with this reaction, but as you see, Data Live actually took the #1 spot. Data Live, your boy Kong Ming and Tomodachi Gang, dethroning Spy X Family and Kaguya down to the #4 and #6. So that was obviously a huge shakeup in the Anime Corner ratings, the first time that has happened all season. But as you see, Rising of the Shield Hero is down at the end. It is the number 10 with 3.49% of the votes. And I think it barely got edged out. It almost didn't get the number 10 spot. I don't have the full listing, including everything that was below 10, so I forget which ended up being 11 and beyond. But yeah, Shield Hero, now that the excitement level of us getting back to regular Shield Hero is back, ratings are starting to mellow a little bit, and Shield Hero is starting to fall down. And so unless this episode that we're about to react to is better than the previous week's episode, we do run a risk of potentially seeing the Shield Hero fall off the top 10 again just because of how great other shows have been executing this season. What's more alarming to me, however, is how it's doing on Mal. Now, I talk about this about a lot, that my anime list, I use it when I talk about reaction because obviously my anime list is a very popular site for anime. Everyone, both on the West and the East, looks at it, even though people on the East do not really care much about the ratings that reflect on this platform, since they have their own platforms that they have their own ratings for. But on my anime list, it's alarming to see that, unfortunately, the second season of Rising of the Shield Hero has continued to fall. It actually is now dropped 23 points from where it was at before. It was at a 6.99 when we wrapped up the Spirit Tortoise arc. But I think as more people started getting their ratings in and more people have just kind of been over it, they've been ranking at 5 and below, and that has started to tank the rating again. It actually looks like it dropped 0.10 from just last week alone, and it now sits at a 6.76 out of 10 as its total rating. So unfortunately, despite the fact that I feel they've done a much better job of saving the show this second half of the second season, you guys don't really agree on Mal because the score has been falling, and I sadly fear that it's going to fall further before it's all said and done. Which is very sad because the final score for the first season was actually an 8.02, with a great majority of people saying that it was a show at least 8 or greater. So, you win some battles and you lose some battles, and the Rising of the Shield Hero had to be perfect, and it hasn't been perfect, and it's suffering as a result. But I still have enjoyed bits and pieces of it here. There's still a lot of moments that I have enjoyed. I did enjoy the last episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we're going to wrap things up as we go this episode and the last two to the end. So with that said, enough talking. Let's go ahead and watch. Again, the 11th episode title is Kizuna. So let me get this all set up. Actually put this away. All right, and let's get this episode started in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Aww. That's right, the wave is coming up. Hmm. Aww. Aww. Oh boy. Oh! Oh shit! Yo, my man split in half. Jeez. Oh boy. All right. Yo, my boy just died. You was told not to move. You was told not to move. Yeah, I'm still laughing at Meg. I split. Oh, it's so weird seeing Glass like this. But all right, the cardinal heroes of this world are back. Yes, they did. Trying to kill him. And man, Glass had a wonderful performance. Because those were minor details. Everyone was trying to kill each other. It's cool. Damn, it seems like Kizuna was really the person of reason. The real questions. Let's just try not to get locked up in in an infinite labyrinth this time. I guess it's safe to say we won't have to worry about Glass and attacking anymore. So, though I think that we've been spared for that for a while now. No, just let him stay ripped in half. I don't think that's a good idea. I give this man credit. He is definitely the textbook bad guy, better or worse. Remind me of that clown from Symphogear. Yo, them two are freaking OG though. They're definitely like brothers. Locked up. I just casually like, I ain't seen you in years, but it's cool. Yeah. A whole night. You helping? You getting the materials? Putting in that labor? Like, you are nobody. Man, I'm tired of y'all already. What'd you think when you charged up in? Like, that's what I'm saying. A loser. Bruh. Oh, well, that's very helpful since she lost her strength. That was your fault. That was your fault for coming here wanting. Bruh. Damn, you almost got destroyed if she could actually hit. Her Talia will wipe her right now, though. But that ain't their fault. This clown just showed up. I agree. This looks better, too. That's why that's a bad idea to keep using that sword. Yeah, like. Yep. Well. Yeah, you would have lost your damn head. And you just stupidly used it. Yeah. How do you know that? No, none of y'all understand that man. That man just evil. That's what all crazy masterminds say. Does he now? Yeah, exactly. And anyone that's associated with that clown. Yeah, but with someone like him that's crazy, I don't think he cares about what happens to either world. Man, Oz was such a loss. We just needed better writing for her. Yo, Kizuna is really the most logical one here out of both sides. Wow, I gotta say, she's still very bold. Just taking, yeah, like, you really don't expect anything out of her. Oh, that's because the only one crazy is your freaking leader. I mean, that's the first thing. You can like what he's trying to do, but if he's doing evil things, you got to call him out if you grew up with him. Yes, he did. That's you. Nafumi would use his damn raid shield on him if he wanted to. Yeah, if we didn't kill, you know who, Miss Bitch, then we're not gonna do anything to you. Hmm. Kizuna is really strong. All joking aside. Oh, Pilo's pajamas. They are absolutely going to make that and sell that to people. Oh hell. Yo, come on, bruh. He's artificially manipulating the timer? Oh, come on. Oh boy. I mean, try to tell you. I mean, he's far gone now. And it's the end of the freaking episode. Damn, we're finally getting good. Yo, why didn't we just start with this arc at the beginning? Oh man, I'm actually looking forward to whatever's gonna come. Because one thing I'll say about Kyo is he is your typical mastermind at the end of the day. And I'm sorry, my girl, but he has no good intentions at this point. I actually got a little tingly there at the end when the wave started because it's the most exciting thing that has happened since we've really started this season. All right, so the wave is artificially created in here because Kyo was just freaking insane, and the girl, I can't remember her name. Oh, I'll make sure that I remember her name in the next reaction. But the girl who's basically was raised with Kyo. Again, a typical not understanding that her best friend, childhood friend, has gone absolutely insane now. And again, that's what we were trying to tell him. Even Naofumi, like, yo, listen, whatever you knew about this man, the man's a crazy mastermind now. You don't care about nothing no more. The man wanted to destroy both worlds if he really wanted to, and is pretty much trying to at this point. But yeah, Philo's pajamas. Everyone's gonna want Philo's pajamas, so I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna go on sale and they're gonna sell like hotcakes very quickly. It was adorable, and it was nice getting to see we got our weapons person and armor person to kind of put everything together so that they stand some type of a fighting chance. Of course, we didn't know that as soon as they got their armor upgraded and everything, that we were going to be thrusted into an artificial wave. But alas, here we are. And Kizuna is really the voice of reason out of both sides. She, it's clear that now we can kind of understand why Glass and them went off the rails, because Kizuna was the one that kept things together. Glass and them just kind of immediately went into we're going to go destroy Naofumi's world. And she's just like, no, let's try to figure this out. Now, of course, I know people are like, well, great, right now we're back to the power of friendship's going to save everything. And I get the frustration there. But we do need to go into these things with reason. You got these waves that are going on. Waves that, might I note, neither world really truly understands. There might be one thing saying that, hey, if you destroy the heroes, it'll stop whatever from happening to this world or vice versa. But there's no proof of any of this. There's so little that we nor they understand about why the waves form, why they happen, and if the heroes will actually be able to thwart off the waves. So, when all that is said, Kizuna is the voice of reason and the voice of logic here. Like, let's wait just a minute and slow things down. And it was good that she took the time to talk to the girl that was serving Kyo to kind of get a gauge of where things are at. So out of everybody, she definitely seems to be the voice of reason and then the voice of calm, and obviously a very, very freaking strong entity since she defeated the the Emperor Demon or whatever. Apologies if I messed that all up. But yeah, she's very strong, but also relatively tactful. So that was very nice to see. But alas, we are now thrusted into an artificial wave that Kyo created, and obviously I figured that this also brings me to another point of why I'm kind of sad that the pacing didn't go as fast as it has gone. Every episode that we've gotten that has debuted someone, with the exception of the Infinite Labyrinth, which I was fine with us resolving that in one episode, every other episode I felt deserved at least 2 episodes to cover said topic. And so now we're at the artificial wave, and it's just one of those things where I just feel that we missed some steps getting to this point. Even though Kyo himself is understandable because he's just crazy, so everything he's doing makes complete sense to me. And I have no issues with the fact that he was trying to create an artificial wave and has now created an artificial wave. What I do have an issue with is just the fact that I just wish things were just a little bit more fleshed out, even if, and I know I was the one who said that I was fine with respecting the author's wish to want to tell the story as it was written, even though they regretted writing the Spirit Tortoise arc. I kind of wish we just skipped the Spirit Tortoise arc and just started with this and let everything have 2 episodes to flesh each topic out. I really think myself and all of you would be ranking this show at least of where it was last season, if not a little higher. Because I get excited at stuff like with the waves getting ready to happen and everyone being together now, and Kyo and his mastermindness of craziness. But it just feels like we missed a lot getting to this point. But alas, this is where we're at, and we are now thrusted into the next episode, which is going to be episode 12, Reasons to Fight. And after that, we have 1 more episode left, and the second season is over. So overall, I thought it was a good episode, all things considered with what I just said. And, unfortunately, I just wish we could have just had a little bit more fleshed out, a little bit more things fleshed out with this second arc story, because I definitely could see, there's a lot of great stuff in the second arc, just needed more time. So, that said, thanks for watching the reaction. If you did like the reaction and like the episode, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction goes live, hit the bell icon. So with that said, I'll see you guys next Wednesday for another episode of Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. Until then, catch you later.